Hey guys, Marianne here with Shopping Crafty, and Nikki at Lady of Budgets actually sort of rebooted an old collab that was done a while ago by like Budget Girl and a bunch of other people. She just wanted to start it up again for a new round of YouTubers. So this is 10 things I won't do to save money. So for me, it's not even just save money, but also to make more money or any of that, because it's hard to come up with 10 things unless you're like really extreme things like, oh, I won't rob a bank. Like, that's weird. Of course I wouldn't. So I'll start with something silly. Number one, I will not sell my Harry Potter books or movies. Which, I mean, I don't think I would even get that much money for them anyway. But you know, like Dave Ramsey's all about like, sell all your books, sell all your stuff. And it's just like, I'm not selling my Harry Potter books. No, this is not going to happen. So that's the first one. The second one is I will not eat unhealthy food to save money. Now that's not saying that I never eat unhealthy food. Sorry, like the sun is right there. But I mean, I've always sort of gone by, like since I've been grown up and on my own, I pretty much have gravitated to just shopping around the outside of a grocery store, which is what you were supposed to do to be healthier. And I think it also saves money. Like this whole like bad food is cheap thing, I don't quite understand that, because fruits and vegetables are cheap. Like as long as you buy the cheapest fruit and vegetables that are available on that day, which like I'm not picky about my fruits and vegetables, like it could be super cheap. What are you talking about? That's not expensive. Like get a bag of apples for like $3. Have an apple every day for a week. Like that's $3 for a snack every day. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Whoa, my TV started making noise. Sorry. I don't know if you heard that. It was just like, anyway, back to this. The third thing I will not do, and I also want to clear, like, of course you can get some junk food for free, and like, you know, dollar stores have like ramen noodles and stuff like that, and I have thought about like doing like a monthly challenge of just like rice, beans, and ramen noodles, but my stomach doesn't work that way anymore. I used to be able to eat anything I want, spicy food, whatever, ramen noodles with all that sodium. Now, anytime I eat ramen noodles, it's like I don't feel good after. So that's another thing. Like that's also why I won't just eat unhealthy things to save money. I will still eat ramen occasionally. If it's like the end of the month and I'm out of money, I go to the 99-cent store and get that ramen and stuff. But I will not have that be my sole source of food so that I can have like a $40 monthly budget for groceries. It's not to say I won't do a different challenge of some sort with healthy food that is cheap, but I won't have it be all unhealthy food. No, that is not good for me in the long term any more than spending a lot of money is. So, third, I will not get a full-time job that I don't love. And I want to clarify like that I don't love. So like I won't get a full-time office position. Not that I have anything against that, but again, I am pursuing acting. And long term, I don't think that that would help me and the career I want. And like life, like there's always all these other things. So like health is another thing I need to focus on all the time. My career is another thing I need to focus on all the time beyond budgeting. So yes, short term I can do some things with my budget to help that progress, but I won't sacrifice my career and my health to do it. I will also not sacrifice my mental and emotional health to save money. And that means, like, my last serving job, I got in a really bad situation, and I was struggling with depression and stuff. Like, I feel like it's fine to tell you guys that. And for a long time, that is why I worked from home. And I think that that was the right call, and it didn't help me out financially. It did not help me save money, but that was necessary for that like year to 2 years that I was working from home. It was necessary, and I don't regret that financial decision. And I started serving again because I thought I was at the point that I could handle it. But As soon as that doesn't feel like it's the case anymore, I'm gone. I'm not doing that. Because again, long-term, emotional health, mental health is important, physical health is important, and my career is important. I will not sacrifice those things. Another thing, my life is important. So to save money, I will not drive under the influence of alcohol. I will Uber. I will spend the money to get somebody else to drive me somewhere instead of driving myself for cheaper. I will not put my life at risk to save money. These are all like deep. I didn't like realize that they had like the motivation behind all of these until I started talking. I also will not tip poorly to save money. I am a server. And especially around the holiday season, a lot of people will start tipping poorly because they have to pay for Christmas gifts. And it's like, if you can't afford to tip well, you cannot afford to eat out. Paying somebody less for a service they are providing to save yourself money, that is the epitome of selfishness. You are taking money out of that person's pocket, because if you don't know, if you buy drinks from a server, like at my restaurant, we have to tip out 8% of how much that drink costs. So if you are only tipping me 10% on your alcohol, I have to tip out 2% to the busser, 8% to the bar. I get nothing. If you tip less than 10%, you are taking money from me. You are costing me money to serve you. I will never be cheap on a tip, because I honestly over tip, and I feel like that's an energy thing. I think that always comes back around. I often get tipped more than 20%. Sometimes I also get tipped nothing, but that's way rarer. And I feel like that's something that I'm putting out there. Like, I know that I don't like my job as a server. Like, I don't dislike it, but that's not my dream job. And I don't, like, for a lot of people, that's not their dream job. They're doing it. They're hustling. They are taking that job that they don't necessarily want in order to provide for themselves, for their family if they have it, for their career, their dreams. Like, I'm not gonna take that from them. I'm going to encourage that. I am going to support that. I will not tip poorly to save money. And you shouldn't either. Obviously, I have more heat and passion about this because I am a server, but no. I will also not get rid of my pet to save money. And this is an interesting thing, because, like, of course, like, people are always like, why would you ever get rid of a pet? But I mean, me and my roommate actually got our cat together. So when the time comes that we separate, I could give her the cat. But she has implied that she will let me keep the cat because she grew up on a farm. She's had millions of pets, but Ronnie is my first pet ever. And so she's aware that this is a more emotional connection for me than it is for her. So if I were in a place financially where I wanted to get rid of my cat, I could morally, I don't think that's like a bad thing to give my cat to her, because it is also her cat. It's not like I'm giving the cat away. It's just we have split expenses for him the whole time. And we just might not live together forever. We probably wouldn't. That would be weird for like 15 years, the life of a cat, to like stay roommates. I don't think that's going to happen. But anyway, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I love my cat, and I'm not going to get rid of him to save money. That's not, he is, like, love. Like, love is more important to me than saving money. On that same note, I will not miss my sister's weddings to save money. And that is a big thing right now, because, as you guys know, my sister, one of them, had to postpone her wedding because of health issues in the family. And, like, that's not my business. I don't want to go into that. But so I had already had a plane ticket, so I did go visit her, which was amazing and a very affordable trip, because the ticket was already paid for and I couldn't get a refund. So I have no regrets about going there either. But now I have to go back in April for her wedding. And a couple weeks ago, my oldest sister also got engaged. So we're gonna go dress shopping and start that whole process for her as well. And she's thinking, sorry, I shouldn't be like saying the dates and stuff because that's not out yet. It's like secret information. But she's also going to be getting married this year probably. And by this year I mean 2017. And I'm not going to miss their weddings. They live, one of them lives in Charleston, one of them lives in Orlando, and I live in California. And I'm going to be in the weddings, so I'm going to pay for bridesmaids dress and stuff like that on all the gifts. But I'm not willing to miss my sister's weddings to save money. Like, no, that's like a one-time thing that, like, if I skip it, it's not going to come around again. It's not even like a Christmas. Like, I came home for Christmas this year, and next year I probably won't because of the weddings, but we'll see what happens financially. But I'm not going to skip my sister's weddings to save money. Yeah, it's a weird and difficult financial year because of that. It's worth it. And honestly, like, I'm sure they would have been getting married. Like, my older sister, like, just didn't get engaged last year because it was my other sister's turn, but they both got to the place where, like, we knew there was going to be a second wedding. Like, we knew another wedding was going to be coming up shortly. We just didn't know when he was going to ask. But apparently, like, yeah, they had even, like, picked out a ring together. So it's like she knew it was going to happen. All right, sorry, guys. My phone started ringing. So, yes, 2 more. I will not use a credit card to get rewards to save money. So, like, 1% cash back. Obviously, I won't do that. And lastly, this is, like, a funny one, but, like, I won't lie about utilities because I'm the one in my apartment. I have 2 roommates. I'm the one who puts all the utilities, adds it all up. I pay them. I let them know how much they owe me for their share. I wouldn't lie about that to save money. I wouldn't charge them extra. And it's like, of course I wouldn't, but, like, I don't know, I was trying to come up with a 10th thing, and it's like, well, yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to save myself money. No, that's horrible. So that is one thing I will not do. All right, well, that was it. I hope you guys liked this video. Thanks again to Nikki for the invite. I'll have links to every other participant below. And I mean, if you Google or YouTube search this, there will be a bunch of videos because, again, this collab was already done in the past. So that was my 10 things I will not do to save money. Let me guys know. Let me know what you guys wouldn't do to save money or what you would do to save money. I don't know. Either way. Have you ever done anything morally questionable to save money? I don't know. You should tell me. That would be interesting. All right, I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye and happy holidays. Isn't this like, this is my house, like, so perfect. We have a little fireplace and little stockings. And my mom actually, like, handmade those stockings. She, like, cross-stitching. It's amazing. So they're personalized. I love it. Sorry, that was just a tangent, but maybe you care. I don't know if you care, but I care.